Every day, Nigeria's youth and able-bodied men continue to attempt to commit suicide by sitting or hanging on rooftops daily in Lagos. And like a game of chance, some die while others don't, but only by a stroke of luck. They sit or hang on rooftops of trains, hundreds of them going to work every morning to be able to earn a living in a nation where 70% of the population live below the poverty line and 70.8% of the population earn less than $1 per day. They are able-bodied men who possibly have left families, wives, children at home whom they must cater for. They move as far as Ijoko in Ogun State every day on what many consider a risky trip. Initially, this menace was blamed on habitual offenders influenced by drugs, youthful exuberance and hooliganism. But as we progress, passengers blame the trend on inadequate coaches for increasing number of passengers boarding the train.
We have like 3 million people that want to sit on this train, this same train. Extend this coach, let it be like 10-15 coaches. Then this issues of sitting up, hanging around, will just stop.
There is no day we ever see a vacant inside that coaches, because probably when they are coming from Oshodi or whatever they are coming from, before they get to this place, everything is filled up.
It is no doubt the cheapest means of transportation, but a growing complaint has been of poor service by the system. Many agree that the rush and attendant scamper for very little space has brought about an unbearable condition and even minor accidents inside the train.
I don't have any means of transportation from Ijoko to this place every day. There's no bike, there's nothing. So what would you want me to do with that? This is my ticket. We pay 150 for ticket every day. It sits inside and it's very tight. I even felt inside. Can you see my scratches? I felt inside.
Also, buying a train ticket, this man says, does not qualify you for a ride.
Some even have a ticket, but when they don't have any means to enter inside the coach, they will just hang around.
Human rights activist and opinion leader Yinka Odumakin blames the trend on poverty and government's indifferent attitude to the plight of its citizens.
We have dehumanized our society. We have made our people to worse than animals. And that's why, everybody loves their lives now. But when you are pushing people to the level that their life have no meaning to them anymore.
But the Nigerian Railway Corporation continues to deny these claims of inadequate coaches, saying the coaches have been increased to meet demands. The Nigerian Railway Corporation is a federal establishment, but the train passes through Lagos. The main opposition party in Lagos, the People's Democratic Party (PDP), says government is sure to address the matter.
I'm assuring you I will be part of those people who will alert the federal government that more rail lines and more coaches need to be introduced so that we can stop this possible danger to the lives of our citizens.
Deaths on trains is recurrent. In January 2013, Mr. Binga Azaya died falling from a train. Some say he might have been hanging. He was buried here. He left a wife and 3 children behind. His wife, mother, brothers and children have not been able to recover from that loss. If indeed he fell mistakenly without defaulting, government should bear the brunt. The Nigerian Railway Police Command Ibutemeta confirmed the arrest of more offenders, some prosecuted and some jailed. Trauma Care International Foundation is an organization with a mandate to improve the state of trauma care and emergency responses in Nigeria. The organization trains individuals and companies on safety prevention and control. A medical doctor at the organization says the possibility of survival from a train fall is very slim.
If they fall, the most likely thing is they are going to have a head injury or a spinal cord injury. And the head could crush because of the impact from such a height. So that person is not likely to survive. And even if they do, maybe with a lot of disabilities, the person is likely to be a vegetable.
There is a police station adjacent the Nigerian Railway track Ikeja, where the train stops to drop and pick passengers. But it is not the jurisdiction of the police station to arrest train defaulters. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Railway Corporation continues to carry out maintenance services on the rails. This is the Nigerian Railway Service Ikeja Station, and despite the fine of 25,000 naira placed on offenders who are rooftop riders sitting or hanging on drains in Lagos, the authorities seem not to be able to control it. Many say if the situation is not addressed, this will continue to be a shame of the nation. Joy Izekume, Galaxy News.